Hi, I'm Chuck Sims with the Astronomical Society of Eastern Missouri, here to talk to you about the Library Telescope Checkout Program, and in this video we're going to talk about the telescope itself. This is an Orion AstoBlast 4.5 Astro Reflector Telescope. It's been augmented so that none of the pieces come loose, so that when you check it out, there's nothing you need to take and put in or do anything with. It's all self-contained. This is the Newtonian telescope on a Dobsonian base. So the Newtonian just means that it uses mirrors instead of lenses. It has a 4.5 inch aperture, 114 millimeters, which means that it has a 4.5 inch mirror at the bottom of the optical tube. And that's what allows it to bring in the light, which is roughly equivalent of bringing in 250 human eyes light. So it's quite a bit. The focal length is 450 millimeters. And for those in the cameras or the telescopes, that makes it a focal ratio f4, which is a very fast telescope. Now fast in this case just means you see wider as opposed to very narrow first lower telescopes. Okay, so let's walk through the telescope itself. So starting at the top, we have the end cap, which covers the optical tube. The end cap really does nothing more than when you're not using it, you want this on to keep dust, debris, and anything else out of the telescope to keep the mirrors clean. The cleaner the mirrors, the better the scene you're going to get. In the end cap itself, we have a moon port. So when you're looking at the moon, especially when it's a bright moon, half or up to full, you want to put this on. Let's pop that out. What it does is it blocks out about 80% of the light. The moon's still just as big. It's very beautiful in here. It's just not so bright you're going to see spots in your eyes when you take your eye off the eyepiece. But it's got beautiful views. Next we have the tube clamp and the tube collar. So more than just holding the optical tube onto the arm. If you get something into view here and you want to show it to someone who's a little smaller than you, usually children, if you loosen that a little bit, turn it down, tighten it back just a hair, then they should be able to see the exact same object you did without you having to bend down and re-get it in there again. So we use this quite a bit when we're using this in the field, and kids love it. Okay. Next we have the platform, which allows it to go left and right, and the arm, which allows it to go up and down. This is what makes the Dobsonian a Dobsonian and makes it so popular. This is so easy to use. Okay, we have a Celestron zoom eyepiece. The eyepiece allows magnifications to change between 19x and 56x. And we have a sticker on here to cover that, just in case you forget what they are. I will cover this eyepiece in more depth in a different video. And then we have a red dot finder. So the red dot finder allows you to see more of the sky. When you're looking through the eyepiece, you're seeing a very small piece of the sky. When you look through the red dot finder, you see a much bigger piece. So when you're looking to point it on a planet or a star or whatever it is, the moon, you want to see a big piece of the sky to put that red dot on so that you can easily get it into the eyepiece. I will cover the red dot finder in more depth in a different video also. We have several stickers on here. One I covered already that shows the magnifications. But another one is our moon map. So when you find the moon in the eyepiece, this map is going to reflect exactly what you see, minus that the moon may not always be full, but the features will be in the spots that they should be on here. So it should be easy to find different things. We also have a do not look at the sun sticker, and we emphasize this quite a bit. You should never look at the sun through this telescope. It is a great nighttime telescope, or even daytime, though things will be flipped a little bit, but it's not a solar telescope. Do not look at the sun. You will most undoubtedly damage your eye if you try, and could go blind. So you do not want to do that. Okay. Want to go through a few warnings. Don't put anything into the optical tube itself. Try to keep this covered when not in use, and try to keep children and other things from dropping things in here. You could damage the mirrors, and that is what makes the telescope work, is the mirrors. Do not attempt to clean the object. So let's say someone with muddy fingers or whatever came up and they're starting to touch everything and they get stuff on the mirror or they get stuff on the eyepiece. Don't try to clean them. If you try to clean them with regular tap water cleaner, you will hurt them, damage them more than the mud or whatever itself. Bring it back to the library, they'll give it to us and we'll get it cleaned properly so we can use it again. We humans have very oily hands, fingers, whatever, so don't touch the eyepiece lens, that's the piece on the end here, or the mirrors with your fingers. The oil is actually harder to get off than mud and peanut butter and other things. So don't do that. And again, I'm going to say, don't look at the sun. We can't emphasize that enough. As far as I know, no one has done that, but we want to make sure that no one does. Now, last thing I want to cover real quick is this fanny pack, which covers 3 things. The first one is a headlamp. So if you're out in the dark, you want to have a little light, and you also want to have free hands. So this allows you to put it on your head, and it has several different settings. The first one is a red light. This is what you always want to use when you're out in the field working with the telescope, is red light. It doesn't dilate the eyes as much if you get it into your eyes or someone else around you. White light, on the other hand, it'll take about 20 minutes for someone to recuperate and get back to where they were before they had their eyes dilated. So when you're ready to turn it off, just cover it with your palm and just push the button until you see it go out. Some of these have 3 settings, some have 5. So just keep going until you see it go out. Next is a manual. The manual covers everything that we cover in our regular classes or in these videos. So just a good reminder if you just need anything, but the manual is great for covering everything. And last is the Pocket Guide to the Constellations by the National Audubon Society. This is a great read. It covers all the constellations, different time of years, different parts of the skies. Talks about different objects in them, the relationship to each other. So great read for both novices and for people that have been doing it a while. So that concludes the overview of the telescope. Please look for other videos on how to pick up and transport and set up the telescope, the red dot finder, the eyepiece, and other ones that we'll be coming out with. So thanks for watching and have fun stargazing.